What if I told you that when you care for the poor, you're actually touching the face of Christ? In a world where success is measured by wealth, power, and recognition, the Catholic Church reminds us of a different truth, a truth that echoes from the heart of the gospel, that the poor, the forgotten, the marginalized, are not on the outskirts of God's concern, they are at the very center of His love. Jesus Himself said in Matthew 25 verse 40, "Truly I say to you, whatever you did for one of the least of these brothers and sisters of mine, you did for me." This one sentence redefines how we see others. It tells us that in every hungry child, every lonely elderly person, every homeless man or woman, we meet Christ. The Church has always carried this mission deep within her soul. From her earliest days, she was known for her care for the poor. In the Acts of the Apostles, the first Christian community shared everything in common. Those who had more provided for those who had less. And this wasn't just charity, it was love in action, flowing directly from their faith in Jesus. The Catechism of the Catholic Church affirms this in paragraph 2443, "God blesses those who come to the aid of the poor and rebukes those who turn away from them." This is not optional. Caring for the poor is not something extra we do as Christians, it is essential to our discipleship. But why is this so central? Because Jesus Himself chose poverty. He was born in a stable, raised in a humble family, and had no place to lay His head. He identified with the lowly, the outcast, and the suffering. To follow Christ is to follow Him into these places, not just spiritually, but practically. And the Church, through parishes, religious orders, lay missionaries, and Catholic charities, continues this mission across the world. Feeding the hungry, housing the homeless, defending the unborn, welcoming the refugee, comforting the sick and dying. Yet, it's not only about institutions. The real heart of the Church's care is you and me. Each of us is called to love not in theory, but in deed. St. John writes in 1 John 3 verse 18, "Let us not love in word or speech, but in deed and truth." That means we're called to look around in our everyday lives. Is there someone in my community who is struggling? Can I give my time, my attention, my resources? Sometimes, the greatest act of charity is simply noticing someone who feels invisible. And here's the beautiful mystery: when we give, we receive. When we pour ourselves out for others, our own hearts are filled. When we lift up the broken, we are lifted too. Pope Francis once said, "The Church must go out to the peripheries. The Church must be a field hospital after battle." That's where healing begins, in the dirt, in the pain, in the real lives of real people. So today, ask yourself, where is God inviting me to serve? Who is the poor, the forgotten, the marginalized that I can love today? Because when we serve them, we serve Christ. And when we love them, we build a church that reflects the heart of Jesus. Let's go out together, to the edges of our world, and bring His love there.